There's never a shortage of shows or sights and sounds throughout this city, but for the next few hours, all eyes are glued to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup, but we are all set to go, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Now a run. Here's the first-round pick from April's draft. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down. You look at this Jaguar defense. They come into this one ranked number 5 in the NFL against the run.
I still crack up a little bit after we left our meeting with the defensive coordinator, because I said to you, stop me if you've heard this before. How about him saying, well, first order of business, we got to stop the run. Of course you do. He's got a good unit, but facing the number 1 rushing team, they have to stop that in order to have a good performance. I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love he can do an open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Now Fields. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
And this is an offense that's number 1 in the NFL in rushing, and you know that has to be the focus of any game plan defensively. But they can throw it, too, as evidence right there. And they move the chains here on this opening drive.
Open man down the field. It's Bowers. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Brock Bowers, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. Throwing to start the drive. Aguilar. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. If they have any thoughts of coming in here and getting this road victory, that's not the way to start it out on the first play of the game.
Yeah, one thing you always say when you go on the road, take the crowd out of the game. They actually brought the crowd into it by permitting that sack right out of the gate.
sack here, 2nd and 11. They'll send the tight end in motion. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He'll get this out to Tootin. And he'll get nothing out of that one. So he stopped for no gain. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. You look at this Raiders defense. They currently sit at number 4 in the NFL in terms of stopping the run.
Numbers don't tell you everything, but they do paint a pretty good picture. We're talking about 2 top 5 units going at each other. One in running the ball, one in stopping the run. I think this is going to be a whole lot of fun myself.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. Looking to throw. Aguilar. Now he'll tuck this and run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 20. And the Jaguars first down.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Back to throw. Aguilar. Little short pass here to Hill. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
This will be play number 7 on the drive, 3rd and a yard. Oh, now a running play here with Smith. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches.
Ready up.
They'll try and sneak it here. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. A wall of bodies there. Nowhere to burrow through the line on the quarterback sneak. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. It's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today. So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
Another Las Vegas first down. First and 10 at the
To throw is Fields. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A run out of the gun with Genty. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. We'll get the tight end Bowers involved there. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 14. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Don't jump. Ready?
Here's Fields. This is caught. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Here we go, set. Green 19, green 19.
Throw left side complete. That's Benson. Touchdown Raiders. From 3 yards out. And the Raiders lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And he's out of bounds on the return on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
.13 yards remaining on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Aguilar. Now he's going to step up and run. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end.
A gain of 15 yards. Jaguars.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes. That's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
1st down, Jaguars.
Little short pass here to Hill. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Jaguars. 1st down.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Tootin. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop it right around the 1.
A 2-yard pickup.
2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
On third and short, going with their tight end. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. His second rushing touchdown of the year and third overall. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make our score 14-7. Boy, they're down only 1 score. Still first half. But they're going to line up for the onside kick. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
Darnell Savage there to make the tackle.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
A shotgun snap, Fields. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Travis Hunter. And the Jaguars are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
Now they'll pitch it out here. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. And if his coaches are correct, we're going to see a lot more runs like that from this young rookie going forward.
And you know, slapping each other on the back up in the booths right now? The scouting department, because they really recommended this guy highly, and he's justifying their faith in him.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
That was well defense right there. He saw the play in front of him and able to hold the point of attack. Then he sheds it and goes and makes a tackle for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Operating from the gun, Aguilar. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he is going to lose yardage here. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense, because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7. Hands it off out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Brought down back at the 21-yard line.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
How about this? They'll change it at the line.
A 32-yard attempt.
Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Cam Little on
Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags.
32-yard attempt.
From the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt. And his kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
That's into the hands of his tight end, Bowers. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas first down.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the 50, here's Fields. Pass right side, caught by Thornton. A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on second and inches. Fields now to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
From the gun, here's Fields. To the right side and intercepted. There's that man, Travis Hunter. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, exploratory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
At their own 27-yard line.
Punch right. Hey, Ken. Out, let's go. All right.
A final shot before the break. Fields. That's caught downfield. It's Lane. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Matt Gay set to kick off.
A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this third quarter. Oh, and some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He's going to let this one go deep. Oh, Fields is intercepted for a third time. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. There he goes, left side. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. Bayshore Tootin, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Raiders 14. Cam Little to kick off for the Jaguars.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. Finding space at the 40. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. That's complete yet again to Thornton. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it'll be 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
On 1st down, it's Genty. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Here we go.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Justin Fields keeping it himself from 7 yards out. And the Raiders are back within a score. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that cuts the lead to 3. 24-21.
Raiders 21. Matt Gay set to kick off.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Little short pass here to Hill. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
The Jaguars first down. A gain of 14. And the Jaguars.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Jaguars. Bashir Tootin with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Cam Little to kick off for the Jaguars.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Now it's Fields. Looking deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Trey Tucker, 68 yards. And the Raiders have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Gain is up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal.
Raiders 28. Matt Gay set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
Throwing to start the drive. Aguilar looking long for Thomas. And incomplete on the deep ball.
There There's something to a game plan when trying to keep a defense honest. When the guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And hard running's going to get him over the 42. 164 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he will have a Jaguars first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. From the gun, he'll hand this off. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. And if you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice game.
And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. Now they try the right side here. And he is going to have a Jags first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
Jaguars first down.
Right back to him on first down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Max Crosby, the one who got in there for the stop. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And the Raiders have got him. Quiddy Pay. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away from pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
From the gun on 3rd down, Aguilar. And he'll just get rid of it.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
And now comes the field goal unit on. And boy, this is asking an awful lot here. Maybe that's an understatement. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So both offenses come to life here in this 3rd quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Cam Little to kick off for the Jaguars.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
A give out of the gun to Genty. Down the left sideline. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Ashton Genty, 51 yards. And the Raiders strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter.
Jaguars 34.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
7 brings up second and 3.
Back to throw. Aguilar looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Thompson. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Hands it off out of the gun. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
When you see those RPOs run, you need the first man to attack and be a disruptor. And on that play, he closed down fast and helped knock it away.
The Jaguars on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jags come up empty on fourth down. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Genty. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around a training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
Maybe the old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Here we go.
Fields. Pass complete right side to Bowers. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
On the give, Genty. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Ashton Genty with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Raiders are able to build on to their fourth-quarter lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
The Raiders will line up for the 2-point.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Trying to get a big strike right there and hopefully tie this game up to the late going. But the coverage was there, and this winds up incomplete.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Looking to throw. Aguilar.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
A loss of a yard brings up 4th down.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. Who wants it more? This is 4th and a yard. They'll try and run for it. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. Well, they did the part they had to do. Quick throw got the 1st down.
But that doesn't allow them to relax. They still have plenty of work to do.
An 8-yard pickup. 1st down, Jaguars.
of time, and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Back to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
He'll look to throw. On the RPO, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Quiddy Pay in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Back to throw. Looking left side, he's got it complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Got to avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. Here we go. This is 4th down. So offense moving a little too slow there, could not get set, and they get the penalty. That flag, that'll push him back 5. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, he had to force it there on 4th down, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Raiders have just about sewn up this football game. The rookie was trying to push him downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Once again, it's Genty. And he's going to have a Raider 1st down. And that should be the one that finishes
is the script here. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for Las Vegas, they continue to cruise as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign.
And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaul.